What's up everybody, Monkey here. Welcome back to another Pokemon trading card game online video. Today I have a very special deck and video for you guys today. Daytona Regionals was this weekend and it was fantastic. I did not go, however I did watch the stream day 1 and day 2. There were some fantastic decks, some fantastic players, and overall seemed like a really good regional. I'm kind of sad I didn't go because one, I live in Florida and it would have been an easy drive, but it is what it is. I'm focusing on moving to Jacksonville. Once I get that done, then I'll be hitting some regionals. So if you guys see me in some events, make sure to stop by, say hello. But today, it's all about Mike Morton Jr. with this teched out Malamar deck. This thing is insane. I will be posting this on Facebook groups and tagging him, so he's going to know the video is live. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this deck, let us know by commenting down below in the video, and he will be definitely looking. So I'm going to go over the deck, and then I'm going to try to jump into a game or two. Hopefully we can get a certain matchup because there are some crazy techs in here, but if not, I can still kind of show how the deck functions even if we don't really go up against a good deck with our techs. So let's go ahead and jump into it. He got 24th place, by the way, so made day 2. Fantastic run, especially with Malamar and these crazy techs. That's insane because we all know Malamar. Malamar can do Malamar things, so this is very interesting. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the list. So up first we have Ditto here. Ditto Prism Star is fantastic because it can act as another Inkay if some get priced, because we all know you got to get those Malamars out, and also comes in clutch with the Naganadel that we will go over in a little bit. So that's Ditto's purpose in this deck. Then we have the Lopunny and Jigglypuff GX, so this is basically for Mewtwo decks that play Dedenne and just have a lot of GXs on their board, and you can just hit them pretty hard. Usually you'll have 2 Malamars on the board, so you just attach return, Malamar, good to go. So pretty easy to get that online. Then our first tech in the deck is, this is insane, is Mimikyu Fairy type. So this card's really good because both attacks are actually really good. I would not disregard the Filch attack. Drawing 2 can definitely be in clutch, especially if you're doing Malamar things. But our main reason for this is copycat. So 1 fairy, 1 colorless, yep, fairy energy. We'll get into that in a little bit. But if your opponent's Pokemon use an attack that isn't a GX attack during their last turn, use it as an attack. So this is used because it's a fairy type, so you're going to be hitting ADP for weakness, and it's just insane. So we're playing 2 of those, and then we have 1 Mimikyu for the ability that turns off GXs that have damage on them for Mewtwo. Then here's another tech, a Venusaur and a Snivy. So we are using this just for the GX attack. You can read the other things, but they do not apply to this deck. So you're going to have 3 energy on this card, which is pretty easy to do, like the Lopunny, attach, Malamar, good to go. You're going to, this attack's going to do 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. So this is really good against the control matchups because especially if they're playing the Pidgey, the Collect Pidgey that has 50 HP, you're going to knock it out. If they're playing the Pidgey that's, I think it's Quick Attack, it has 60 HP, Pidgeotto has 60 HP as well. So this is going to annihilate the board, and then you can come in later with your Blacephalon and just destroy everything. So it can just win you the matchup. This card in general can just win you the matchup, and it's pretty insane. Then we have 3 Jirachi because we need to start with this, and it's just a fantastic card. 1 Blacephalon. This card is insane because it's like the Venusaur. You can really just put in work. It can come in after the Venusaur, or it can just be a Venusaur on its own. So very fantastic card. Then we have the Esper. So after we Venusaur or Blacephalon, Esper is really good for 3 energy. It can just come in and knock out something on the bench that has a lot of damage counters on it. So something like a GX, a tag team, something big, Esper can just come in and annihilate that. 2 Giratina, this is going to be our attacker of the deck. They just recycle, so you only need 2. You can search for a mysterious treasure. You're going to find it. It's okay. So 2 of that is fine. Then we have 4 Inkay, 4 Malamar. Pretty standard, right? We all know Malamar is the main reason of the deck. Then we have 1 Mew. This card is fantastic because it has a really awesome ability, and its attack is pretty useful, especially in this deck. So prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by your opponent's attack. So this is going to help protect your Malamars because the weakness of this deck, other than it doing Malamar things, is they snipe out your Malamars and then you're just kind of screwed. So bench barrier helps with that, and then Psi Power actually is pretty clutch. I actually saw a lot of people attack with Mew this weekend. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So this can actually help with the Venusaur, because once you hit, like, say the Pidgeys, then they're going to be really weak, and Mew can just come in and clean up, which is pretty fantastic. And then our last Pokemon of the deck is our Naganadel GX that we can evolve from Mew. This is the only way you can use it, or from the Ditto, excuse me, so be careful. But we're going to use this for the GX attack and against ADP, because ADP will take prizes super fast because of their GX attack, so this is going to kind of help. You're going to shuffle both prize cards into the deck, both players will, then each player puts the top 3 cards of their deck face down as their prize cards. So everyone's going to be at 3 prizes. They're going to be taking 1 prizes from you, hopefully, and maybe their ADP's weak when you do this, so you can just knock out their ADP, their weak one, and win game. So it can really help out. It's just super clutch, and it's kind of situational, but still can be pretty nuts. So that's it for the Pokemon. Up next, we have 3 Acro Bike. Acro Bike's pretty good because it's going to help the consistency of the deck. Malamar doing Malamar things, so Acro Bike helps. 4 Treasure and 4 Communication because this is playing a lot of Pokemon, a lot of text, so you need to see what you need to see, and these cards help do that. Then 2 Switch because it helps with like Venusaurs, or if we use our text, if they gust something up. Switch is just a fantastic card to have in general. For Viridian, we're playing 3 of because this is how we're going to get our 2 fairy energies in the deck out, so we need 3 Viridian. 4 Cynthia, 4 Lily's pretty standard, just consistency. That's going to be your supporters of the deck. 2 Skateboard, pretty standard. I like to do a 3-2 or on Switch, or 3 Skateboard, 2 Switch, or a 2-2, so it just depends on the deck, but 2-2 I would say is pretty standard. The Skateboard's fantastic. You're going to use it on your Jirachis, of course. 3 Spell Tags. Spell Tags, fantastic. It just can clean up some matches, especially if you Venusaur or Blacephalon. Just, it's an insane card. Can protect your Malamars. Just can do a lot of different things. Just this card is insane. 2 Fairy because we're not going to need it too much. And then, of course, 6 Psychic. That is enough because we have Malamar and we can recharge them and bring them back. So, Mike Morton, if you're watching, if I missed anything, comment down below. But if you guys have any questions, comment down below as well. But I'm actually going to jump into a game, and let's see if we can get... We want to face against ADP or Control of some sort. If we don't, then we'll just kind of see how the deck functions with these tech cards in, and them basically being useless, and see if the deck can still perform. So either way, we're going to get an interesting match here, and let's jump into it. Alright, so we are in a game. Electric and colorless. So I've been trying to get a lot of games in with this deck, just trying to find one good game to show you guys, but I'm feeling like it's still going to be another thing. Like, I keep playing against Nuzzle decks, Chandelier, Marowak decks, like, people concede, like, it's just, I can't get a good game for you guys, so I'm trying. The techs have been coming in clutch. I did do a Mimikyu hit on an ADP, but they ended up leaving. It's just, it's online, so people just leave, find a new game. I don't blame them, I guess. But let's go ahead and start our turn. Don't like what's in their active, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So we got all our Malamars, we have all our Giratinas, 1 Jirachi's prized. We have all our techs. We have Acro Bikes, Treasure, Communication, 1 Switch is prized. A Lily is 2 Lilies are prized. Wait, okay, all my energy's up front. I was like, hold up, and 1 energy is prized. So our energy isn't bad. Energy's not bad at all. So this is really weird. I feel like we have the Cynthia here, but this can be scary because we could draw into nothing. But I can't Lily because I'm not going to draw anything. So we're going to reveal that we play that, but it doesn't matter. Grab an Inkay. Throw it on the bench. I guess we... Should we put the Venusaur down in this matchup? Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'm attaching. I'm showing him right now. I don't care. We'll grab the Pokecom and we'll pass. So we have the Malamar. And if we draw energy, we have Venusaur online. Well, we need to retreat too, but Venusaur could be nasty here, especially with a late game Blacephalon. So we're going to Pokecom for the Mimikyu. So this is just scary because it is Malamar, so we're going to really rely on this Jirachi. So we need a switch, and I think one switch was prized. So they're in Tate and Liza. So that's the game plan. Just Venusaur and then Blacephalon after, and just start to pick up the pieces. Because we're only hitting for 50. But right now it's pretty juicy 50. Blitzel barely lives, but we can easily knock it out. Come on, I've been recording for like over an hour. Just give me a good matchup. Don't leave. Just play the game. Alright, so they're going to Viridian away their stadium. Very interesting that that the player discarded that unless they have another one. I know they want to use my Viridian. What? Okay, so that's really weird. So this is going to be a really good hand that we drew Lily. So we're going to Pokecom away the Mimikyu, grab the Malamar. So a Venusaur here would be insane. We have the Venusaur because we have Viridian. So we need a way to retreat. We don't hit the escape board. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, I guess we can hit it with the Jirachi. So we're gonna Pokecom. We don't need Lopunny. We're gonna grab another Inkay. Because we're going to need Malamars, because after we Venusaur, we're going to retreat, so then these Malamars can buff this dude up. So we're going to go ahead and Stellar Wish. We find the skateboard, and we're good to go. Oh my gosh, this is insane. And my opponent's going to leave, and if he leaves, I don't even care, because I'm going crazy. I'm playing Mike's deck more than I thought I would today, but that is okay. So we're going to actually attach the Psychic here because we're going to retreat after we GX. And then we're going to put Blacephalon down. We don't need the Fairy, so we're just going to thin the deck out. We're just going to thin it out. Get more Psychic. Well played, thank you. Please stay around so I can destroy your life next turn. Please. Just stay. But Venusaur coming in clutch, and this is even a deck we should be really like, oh, this is why Venusaur is in the deck because of Marroweep, Sleep, whatever you want to call this deck. Fluffy pillow deck. But let's see what our opponent can do. So basically here they have to replenish their bench. So we got 2 easy prizes. We're going to slow them down. And we can still keep doing our thing. So if we can get a Giratina here, that would be a lot better than our Blacephalon here. But we want to attack with something, right? All I know is I am retreating the Venusaur into Jirachi, and then we'll go from there. But let's see what else my opponent has. The Dedenne with the electromagnetic radar saved them. So they're not going to play anything. So that can be good or bad. They could be waiting until next turn to be explosive, or just have nothing. Whew, that was close. Oh, for the dunk. Oh, and they're going to concede. I will take it. Venusaur MVP. Go buy your Venusaurs now. Thank you, Mike Morton, again for this amazing spicy list. But this is the matchup you guys are going to get because I don't know. People just see the Venusaur or just a weird Malamar and they all concede. It's insane. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile and a little kind of slash not interview with Mike Morton, but just thank you again for lending me the deck and just the ideas and showcasing them to everybody so they could use them. But if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask down below. If you did play in Daytona, if you day 2'd, if you were close to day 2 and playing anything spicy, DM me on Twitter. My Twitter link is in the description. We'll talk about it. Maybe I'll showcase your deck on the YouTube page if you want. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Peace!